Hello, confirmation people. It's Maggie here. This is my son, Rudy. We have a few things that we want to just make sure you know as you go along in your journey for confirmation. So, Rudy, you have anything to say? No, he does not. That is okay, because I have a lot to say. But not a whole lot, actually. Only about like 8 or 9 things. So, the first thing is if you have not participated in the Rite of Enrollment, I have sent a Rite of Enrollment to your parents, and you can just do, it's like a prayer service that you can do on your own with your sponsor and even your family if you'd like to have your family involved. I have my family involved here. Other than that, so I told the people who were there live for the Rite of Enrollment that our confirmation information forms and our sponsor letter of good standing, those 2 things should be turned in as soon as possible. Those were due this past month. So if you don't have them in, that's okay. Just go ahead and try to get those turned in to Debbie Marshall as soon as you can. The next thing, the confirmation, whoa, Rudy. All right, the confirmation saint reflection. That is something that you, that is a 2-page, just kind of like a report and reflection on the confirmation saint that you've chosen. And that's actually due, I now have it due April 15th. So it's not due next month, it is due in April now. And you can find the guidelines for that on the website. It's not like a huge deal, it's just like, make sure you do it, and there are a couple things on there. So not a whole lot. The next thing, we have a confirmation date. So our confirmation is on November 11th. That's exciting. It's Veterans Day. And before, actually, we were supposed to have our confirmation possibly later in November, so I scheduled your rehearsal for November 11th. Can't do that anymore. That is now on November 4th. So we got to change that date. Next thing, we missed our Impact Night. Do you guys remember? Impact Night number 2. There were some coronavirus issues, new kind of guidelines coming out, and then also our speaker had some contact with coronavirus, so we decided to kind of just let that not happen. And then we're actually moving that to October 16th. The confirmation rally, that has now been, so it's a rally or retreat. We weren't sure, how that was going to work out. At this point, though, in February, it's a little too soon to have everybody coming together as one in one big group. So we'll go ahead and postpone that for now, and we will let you know what our plans are for that in the future. It won't be super soon that you'll hear about that, but it'll be probably in the next couple months. All of these date changes and everything are uploaded. We have an updated confirmation checklist, and that is on our confirmation website. So get excited about that. You can go ahead and download that and print out a new one if you like to have hard copies, or just look at it if you don't like hard copies. So the last thing, though, is service. I got a lot of questions about service during COVID. I know it's hard because you can't do a whole lot of official things for service during COVID. It's just, soup kitchens aren't really having a whole lot of volunteers and things like that. So I understand that, you might be like, oh my gosh, where do I serve? But I say serve wherever you can. So if that is raking a neighbor's leaves, fall is kind of past, but if you do some gardening for a neighbor, if you do some, free babysitting. Probably not for this kid. He's crazy, and I live in St. Louis City, so you don't want that. But anyway, but if you want to do free babysitting for somebody, or helping your siblings with homework, or making a meal for someone who needs help that way, just anything like that, that counts as service. So I think you guys can be creative with all the things that you're doing, and I'll definitely count anything that you do that you don't, take money for. So if you're I'll babysit and just don't get paid, and that's service. So you guys are doing great. You are wonderful, and I'm really excited for you to continue on your journey for confirmation. Rudy, you have anything else to say to them? No? Okay. Okay, say bye-bye, Rudy.
Bye-bye.
Bye. God bless you all.